All right, y'all. We back, man. We had some technical difficulties, but we back, man. We're gonna go over to Charlamagne the God and Larry Elder. It was big, man, for the culture. A lot of people was talking about this, saying how Charlamagne the God, he didn't keep that same energy for what he been having for Biden. You know, when he was told some things that Biden said or what he did, he act like, you ain't taking it as racist. So y'all check it out. I'm gonna go over what I think, and we're gonna see. I want to see what y'all think. Let's get it.
No.
It is an incident where a person of color forgets to. Have you ever heard of the term "nigga wake up call"?
No.
It is an incident where a person of color forgets that they are of color and are reminded rather brutally by an unexpected act of racism. Have you ever had any of those?
brother.
I'm just asking. You think you've ever
Well,
had
I'm acutely aware, Charlamagne, that I'm a black person, just as you are a black person. And when Joe Biden insulted you by saying, you ain't really black, we don't know whether or not you want to vote for me or vote for Donald Trump, it seems to me that should have been a wake-up call on your part. How dare this guy come in here and insult you, a black man, and tell you got to think a certain kind of way? I'm amazed that you weren't mad about that.
I'm not gonna say it upset me, just like I'm not letting you upset me. You know what I mean? I don't tend to get upset over things like that. But what I did say,
well, you just not talk about a nigger wake-up call, and it seemed to me that should have been a wake-up call on your part to have a white guy come in here who also said, by the way, about Mitt Romney. Because he didn't want to put more regulations on Wall Street, going to put y'all back in chains. And Joe Biden has lied for decades about his civil rights record, claiming that he desegregated movie theaters and restaurants in Wilmington, Delaware, when he didn't do any of that. He lied and said that he tried to visit Nelson Mandela during apartheid South Africa. He did not. And he came in here and told you aren't even black and let you think a certain kind of way. It seems to me that should have been a wake-up call for you, but it wasn't, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, for the record, I'm not a Democrat vote.
I didn't say you were.
Yeah, I think both.
I don't know what you are. I never even asked you about your party affiliation. Yeah, I'm just saying but you are black. and to have a white guy come in here and tell you have to think a certain kind of way, otherwise you, quote, ain't black. Wow.
How should I have replied to him, you think?
What I just now said, how dare you insult me and tell me I think as a human being, let alone as a black person? I don't tell you how to think, Joe Biden. How dare you come in here and tell me how I should think? I'm going to vote for Donald Trump if I want to vote for Donald Trump. And if I want to vote for Trump, does not make me not black. 20% of black people, black men, as I said, voted for Donald Trump in 2020. Are they not black now? So only 80% of black men walking around are really black, 20% are not because they voted for Donald Trump. How insulting is that? How condescending is that?
I mean, you're probably right, but I didn't take it in that way.
You're probably right.
As I said to him in that moment, it's just about me wanting something for my people, and I want to know what is he going to do for my people, and not only for my people now, how are you going to atone for the things you've done to my people?
Right.
That's it.
Right. And this is a guy, Joe Biden, who, when he first got into the Senate, hung out with segregationists, talked about how well he got along with them, talked about how he didn't want integration because of a jungle. This guy has made all sorts of insulting things to black people, and his policies right now are hurting black people. Inflation hurts the people at the bottom more than anything else. Letting a bunch of illegal aliens into the border are hurting black people more than anybody else, as I said earlier. He's opposed to school choice when he has his own kids in private school. And we lost a year, almost 2 years of in-school education in California because of COVID that he supported. I mean, this guy has done monstrous things to black people, and then for him to come in here and tell you how you ought to think as a black person, it blew my mind.
As a person objectively who doesn't care about either party,
he's steady talking about parties. Like, y'all see this? He's steady talking about the parties. This man ain't talking about the parties. He's talking about what this man, how you guys react when you always bringing up, want to call people racist. You let Joe Biden sit in front of you and say that, and you ain't have nothing to say. It just shows that, in my opinion, that there's people in politics that want to push your emotions. They want your emotions to be on the black or white. He didn't even have to say that. Why did he say that? Because he knows he got a lock on black people. That's Democratic. He knows that it's a lock. So he knows his best pitch to get all people to be Democrat is to say, hey, we ain't even black if you ain't voting on this side. You're not really black, which is the most disrespectful thing. Both of the really, what's been done is what's been done. But the fact that they're using this for political gain, just like with the LGBT community, they're using that to gain political power. They're using trying to, fight for people to an ad to gain political power. And if you can't see that after this man has told you that. It's just crazy. But to hear you say, hey, I'm not Democrat or Republican, now it's like you ain't even talking about, you was just talking about the nigga wake up call. That's all he was referring to. He didn't even say nothing about, Republican, Democrat. He asked you, since you coming at him with this racist stuff, he talked about the nigga wake up call. And you like, I ain't take it that way. How can you not take it that way? But that's the way you gonna take it like that, because he already knows he has a strong hold on the black community because of he's playing on their emotions. Those guys are racist over there, So it's like you gonna miss all of the racist stuff he doing over here. But now you catching up, because now you like, I'm not Republican or Democrat. You know what I'm saying? I'm not Republican or Democrat. But it sounds like you let Joe Biden sit up there and talk to you like that. So, and you ain't have no pushback or nothing. He just exposed you. He just exposed that you guys have emotions, and it's not even making sense to why you are not equal. So another point he said was, you talk about what the FBI and whatever they did to Dr. Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. But when it comes to Trump, you made it seem like they legit now. So now all of a sudden they legit. I'm a person, I ain't never had no trust in them people. I never felt like them, they were, any of those, the FBI, anything that they did that had to do with Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, the war on drugs, I never trusted and cared for none of it. I felt all of it was an attack on us. Okay, the mass incarceration. You talking about mass incarceration, and you got the two people that's head. That's when you want to cover yourself, because you like, yeah, I see what they doing over there. So you don't want to align yourself, but you keep aligning yourself on trying to talk bad about Trump. When the feds is after him, they trying to knock him off. And now you feel like, oh, they doing a good job, like they getting the racist people. That's how you feel? You feel like, you think after all of these years, the FBI and all of these guys are now they going after the racist people. It's like, y'all not making no sense, man, on this show, and he's making everybody understand that this is what he's making everybody understand. They're playing on your emotions. If you ever been in sales, if you ever sold anything, anybody out there, if you ever sold anything, you know that it's people that play on your emotions to get sales. They kind of already know where you stand. They already know where you at. They already know what they can say to get you on their side. And it seems like that's what he's exposing on that left side. But that's what I think, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. I'm digging Larry Elder, man. I'm digging him. I feel like we need these kind of debates and talks. We don't need to keep being emotional. If you seen the woman on here, she got so emotional. Like, let the man talk. Y'all should have muted her, because she got too much rage. You calling the man, like you saying Obama, all of these guys are just faces in the political party, and they being pushed. Now, if you feel like that or not, just bring your evidence. Just show some evidence that you got. Okay, but to not let this man get his piece, and now for him to have to give you some stats on what he feels that another party is doing, just because it's not the party you cool with, you got an issue. But let me know what y'all think, man. I think this was a good one. I think we need more talk like this, but I'll catch y'all in the comment section. Peace.